Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you, and it's so nice to have you with us here on WKYT. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It is Tuesday, September 15th.
And now at 6:30, we have new details about the moments before a Kentucky State Police trooper was shot and killed in western Kentucky.
How a family is using the death of two young children to make sure other families are spared a tragedy like this.
And a Kentucky man is in jail accused of stabbing two nurses in a Tennessee hospital.
40s and 50s this morning as opposed to just the 40s yesterday, so we are getting slightly warmer. It's not warm, don't get me wrong. We're outside, a little bit of that chill in the air. And the bus stop forecast for the kiddos this morning heading out to the bus. We're sitting there upper 40s, lower 50s. But by the afternoon, we're at 80 degrees. Big swing of temperatures. I'll show you how high we go throughout your forecast coming up.
Leading our news on WKYT this morning, we have some new details right now about the murder of a Kentucky State Police trooper. And this, of course, happening out in western Kentucky. Joseph Ponder was shot and killed Sunday night on I-24 in Lincoln County.
The suspect was shot and killed by police hours later. This morning, we've learned that the trooper was trying to help the man suspected of killing him. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk with new information about the man from Missouri.
Good morning, Rebecca. The 25-year-old is accused of leading Trooper Joseph Ponder on a 10-mile chase and then shooting him to death while there were two young children in his car. This morning, it's a question many are asking. Who is Joseph Johnson Shanks and why was he in Kentucky? State police say he was traveling through the state, but he lived about 15 minutes outside of Ferguson, Missouri. Police in the area say he never gave them any reason to think that he was a danger to law enforcement. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, a social media website that appears to be Johnson Shanks shows pictures of the memorials for people killed by police, with him asking, why is it taking so long to arrest those officers? According to state police, when Trooper Ponder pulled him over late Sunday night on I-24 in Lyon County, he was not trying to arrest him. Instead, he was just trying to help him. Investigators say Johnson Shanks was driving with a suspended license, and Ponder was trying to get him a hotel room for the night when the 25-year-old took off. The next time he stopped, we're told he killed the trooper. His criminal history in Missouri includes interfering with a police officer and the destruction of property.
There's been a few things in there that would indicate some type of violence, but nothing that would lead you to believe that he would gun on a Kentucky State trooper in the middle of the night.
Johnson Shanks was shot and killed by troopers yesterday morning because they say he refused to put his gun down. The two children who were in his car were put into the care of police. Now, the state trooper who turned down a track scholarship after high school to serve in the Navy will be laid to rest Friday morning in Elizabethtown. Of course, we have the details about his funeral arrangements on our website, WKYT.com. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, certainly a tragedy, and we thank you very much, Mark, for the update. It's 6:33 now, and investigators say there were no smoke detectors in a northern Kentucky home where two young sisters were killed in a fire. The little girls, 2-year-old Abby and 4-year-old Cece, died Saturday in Owenton. Sam Yeager, who was Abby's father and Cece's stepfather, escaped the fire.
Those girls were what he was after, and him not being able to save them has got him beat down. He's blaming himself. That was his world. It's not something I would ever wish on any family.
The family is now on a mission to make sure that something like this does not happen to anyone else. They're planning to go door to door in their community and hand out smoke detectors and batteries twice a year.
Such a tragedy. Well, new this morning, a Kentucky man is charged with attempted murder, accused of stabbing two nurses at a Tennessee hospital. Knoxville police say Gary Smallwood attacked the nurses with scissors and a knife in his hospital room. Police say a female nurse was stabbed in the chest. A male nurse has more significant injuries from struggling for control of the knife. Smallwood is from Covington. Police say he suffers from a medical condition and seems to be unsure of his surroundings. New this morning, police say Facebook helped them catch a man suspected of burglarizing a Lexington gym. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live this morning at Workout Anytime to explain what happened.
Good morning, Rebecca. Russell Sipes spent about 2 hours inside the gym here, a place that police say he should not have been. And they say he also made a big mistake while on a computer at the front desk, allowing officers to track him down. Back in March, police say a man who was not a member of the 24/7 Workout Anytime Fitness Center entered the gym. They say he was seen on surveillance video going through drawers at the front desk, checking doorknobs to every room, going into the business office, and making several phone calls. They say he also spent time on the front desk computer logging into his personal Facebook account. Police say the man, who was not supposed to be in the gym, took a credit card, $10 in cash, and a set of keys before leaving. However, investigators say he forgot to log out of his Facebook account, which was still up when the owner got there, leading officers to identify that man as Russell Sipe. Now, he is scheduled to be arraigned later today on a third-degree burglary charge. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, Hillary, thank you very much. Governor Steve Beshear says the altered marriage licenses issued in Rowan County from the office of a defiant clerk are considered valid. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis has refused to authorize licenses for same-sex couples because of her religious beliefs. She has now had her name removed from licenses issued in her place by her deputy clerks. Davis returned to work yesterday for the first time since being jailed for defying a federal judge's ruling. Most of Kentucky's 120 county clerks have complied with the Supreme Court's order to issue marriage licenses to gay couples. Many have struggled to reconcile their faith and their oath of office. Only 3 county clerks have refused. They're in Rowan, Casey, and Whitley counties.
Well, investigators say a Lexington woman survived being shot by her husband, who also shot himself. The coroner says a home health nurse was in 74-year-old Millard West's home on 2-Lane Drive at the time. West died. His wife was rushed to the hospital. Neighbors say the couple had been dealing with some health issues. Well, pinned underneath a car, a man was able to reach for his cell phone in his pocket and call for help. The Scott County Fire Department says the man was working on the car at his Luke Road home when it fell off the stand and onto his chest. Firefighters used hydraulic tools to lift the car off of the man. They say he was conscious and talking on the way to the hospital. Surveillance video shows the moment an SUV crashed into a Cynthiana barber shop. The owner of Custom Cuts on Oddville Pike said he was in the middle of giving someone a fresh look when the SUV slammed right up into his shop. Jerry Adams said the crash rattled his customers, but no one was hurt. He owned the barbershop for 30 years and is now waiting to see if it's safe to reopen in the 60-year-old building.
It may take them a little while to make that decision. It is 6:38 now on WKYT this morning, and the first televised debate in the Kentucky governor's race is tonight. WKYT, the Herald Leader, and our Louisville partners behind the Bluegrass poll are sponsoring tonight's debate at Bellarmine University. For an hour, Republican Matt Bevin, Democrat Jack Conway, and Independent Drew Curtis will be answering questions on key issues. You're seeing the crew set up for it there on the stage. You can also submit questions on Twitter using the hashtag Bluegrass Debate. WKYT's live coverage begins at 7 o'clock tonight on the CW Lexington, and it will also be live streamed on WKYT.com.
Well, tonight, a Cincinnati high school will unveil a very special tribute to one of their well-known athletes. Lauryn Hill passed away in April after a long battle with brain cancer. Today, her high school is opening a new gym, and it will have a special trophy case in her honor. Lauryn's mom picked out several of the basketball players' most prized awards for the case, including the ESPY Award she won last year. And she's done so much for cancer research and really just has made the most of her short life.
Taught a lot of people how to live in her short life, no doubt about that. 6:39 our time on WKYT.
Let's get a check of traffic, see what's happening out there on the roads.
Let's go out to Officer Don with a check on live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Hey, good morning. There are no wrecks at the moment, and just had another look at inbound Richmond Road. One of our slower points is the left turn lane of the inner loop of the circle there, just a small backup. On Alumni, it's heaviest between Manowar and New Circle Road. As you get a live look outside of Broadway and Angliana, beautiful shot of downtown Lexington. Inbound there, traffic is steady, but will start to pick up as we get closer to rush hour. The interstate still looks good, and through the construction zone on Leestown Road, not much of a delay just yet. We'll keep you up to date throughout the morning. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, beautiful start to the day there.
Gorgeous.
Downtown Lexington this morning, early hints of daylight out there. Great to have you along with us on WKYT.
Pizza and a nap, that sounds pretty good right about now, doesn't it? Or maybe the perfect afternoon, but it ended up being more of an adventure for one pizzeria. More on the unexpected customer who made a stop in their shop. That's coming up at 5.
We're in the 40s and 50s this morning. It's a chilly start, but there is a warming trend in the forecast. I'll show you how high we go, and also it's never too early to look at your weekend. I'll have that coming up next.